Hey, welcome inside to Keep Me Real with Alexander Garrett. Got a couple of thoughts on my mind that you're not really hearing about, but do you know President Trump defended Joe Biden from North Korea? Because everybody says he bends down and he kneels in front of Kim and he bows down to Kim. Well, guess what? He called out Kim for calling Biden a rabid dog, saying, you know what, he's actually better than that. Yet, because we're in such a crazed world, he won't get credit for actually pushing back against Kim. Hey, people, he's been pushing against all these people, against these dictators for a while now. Okay? He's pushed back in sanctions. He's pushed back in just the Putin case. Maybe you could say he hasn't pushed back as much in person. But who knows what happened behind closed doors. Heck, he walked out of a meeting with Kim because he didn't see eye to eye with him. So when you say, oh, he doesn't push back enough, I have to say, evaluate that statement. Because, yes, he's defending Biden, but it's a deeper thing here. Here on Keep It Real with Alexander Garrett. It's a deeper thing. Because he is pushing back against these dictators all the time. He wants to sanction Erdogan. Yeah, the smile at the White House with him was kind of creepy, not going to lie. But at the same time, look what's happening behind the photographs. Look what's happening behind the scenes. We're seeing the expulsion of Russian diplomats. We're seeing charges against Russian nationals from Trump's DOJ department. That Rod Rosenstein, the little snake he is, had to announce just last year. So please, when you say he's not pushing back against these dictators, you have to think about that statement. Because he is. He's destroying economies with these sanctions. He's unraveling the Russian operations by charging these nationals. There's no doubt that President Trump, in one tweet, symbolizes what he's been doing the whole 4 years. 3.5, actually. He's been pushing back, 2.5, I should say, pushing back against these dictators in ways that we're not even seeing, but ways that are being effective. And for him to defend Joe Biden in this such a turmoil world with the whole impeachment process, whether he's going to testify or not, I don't think he will. But in such a turmoil world, for as much flack as he gives Biden, defending him is a big deal in my opinion. Defending him against North Korea is a big deal. He should get kudos. Because if he doesn't, as I've said before, if you don't support one thing a president, a leader of your country does, or one good thing that he does, then society will fall apart. Because here's the thing. We need to support at least one facet of this presidency as a society. And when we don't, then goodbye. That's the end of democracy. When we can't even support one thing our leader does, that's the end of democracy. Not what Trump's doing in the office. Supposedly doing, I should say. I watched Charles Bronson the other day. And Death Wish. And Death Wish 3. And I got so fired up watching it. Because there are real life street crimes happening. There are real life situations happening. And when you put it into perspective, you have to think of it this way. A call by the President of the United States, a phone call, is what people are going after. Never mind the fact that people are getting guns pulled on them here in New York City. Never mind the fact that apparently here in New York, the MTA, NYPD is somehow able to say crimes reduced when that's not really the case according to NY Post. On the subways anyway. Never mind, nationwide, there's still horrors going on, like in Walmart today. Those are real-life crimes. Those are the crimes that we should be going after and stopping. And you might say, well, then support gun control. I don't. Because I also believe that stopping crimes could be dealt with via the gun. I don't want it to be. But if a law-abider could carry his or her gun, and you see a criminal, a creep, a really awful, evil guy pull a gun, then you should be able to defend yourself from that creep, from that perp, from that evildoer. You should be able to. It's almost a no-brainer when you think about it, isn't it? Alex.Garrett21 at yahoo.com. Alex.Garrett21 at yahoo.com. Almost a no-brainer. Now, in just a bit, I'm going to upload the interview I did with Duke Coughlin. He's got a podcast as well. You'll hear that later tonight or even into tomorrow. And by the way, a big thank you to Northwell Health for a beautiful Rangerstown 5K. It was amazing. It was fantastic. The run, I'm still aching. I know I'm only 28, but man, when you've run this leg since age of 3, you deserve to get a little tired. I miss the days of feeling like I could bounce right back. And I feel pretty good. I don't feel like I'm on the floor or anything. I just feel a little tensed up. Because that was a long run, 55 minutes. Usually I do it faster, but I took my time a little bit. But it was great to see Rod Jobert, Adam Graves, Mike Richter, the Rangers greats, Laidlaw. Oh, it was fantastic. It was a fantastic day. Cold day in November, but it was fantastic. Then I get on Twitter and I see this defense. I said, hey guys, give him kudos for this, Trump. I jump on Twitter and see Trump's tweet defending Biden. That's a big deal. And it should be made a bigger deal, but no. No, because you see, what the Democrats want to do is distract you from actual good Trump does. 8 witnesses this week to testify. Running them out there one after the other. This is going to be a crazy week. And yet, Trump took the time to defend Joe Biden. But will we hear about that anywhere else? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Should we hear about it everywhere? Absolutely. If you're going to quote tweets that Trump says, at least say, hey, he's actually defending Biden from Kim Jong-un. Isn't he? That's how I read it. Maybe you didn't read it that way. But for all the stuff that they say he does with these dictators, he actually pushed back. And he pushed back in a time where he hates Biden the most. He pushed back in a time where he just is lambasting Joe Biden all the time. Biden's not helping his case. Hunter Biden's not helping his case. But at least give Trump credit where credit's due. He defended a Democrat from Kim Jong-un. When have we seen that in the last few years? We haven't. But we finally did. And that's worth noting. Considering when he went over there and bashed Biden on foreign shores, everybody was a little uneased about that, because why would Trump say that? But then again, Trump speaks his mind wherever he is. And yet, here he was on Twitter, Saturday night, defending Biden. And that should not get lost in that whole mess. It shouldn't get lost in this 2020 debate. Because if he has enough integrity to say, hey, Kim Jong-un, he's not a rabid dog, he's actually better than that, then maybe there is a streak of integrity in him after all. Some people won't see it that way. I kind of do. Disagree with me, alex.garrett21 at yahoo.com, alex.garrett21 at yahoo.com. Trump defends Biden. And the world went silent on that. Not here. Not here at Kimmy with Alexander Garrett. I'll talk to you soon. The interview will be up soon with Duke Coughlin. New name, new face to Kimmy with Alexander Garrett. Looking forward to it. Talk to you soon.